Okay, so I hope yeah others will join in the meanwhile, so we can start the demo. Okay, so yeah, so let's start the demo. So so before going to start this demo, so I want few details from you guys. Your name, place, okay, and educational qualification. Okay, these three details I need it from you guys. Okay, so just post it in the chat. Okay, just post it in the chat, share it, share via chat. Okay, these three details. Okay, so yeah, welcome to the demo, guys. So welcome to the AWS with DevOps, right? With DevOps demo, right? So, or I would say this is the first session. Okay, this is our first session of right AWS with DevOps. I need these three information. Just share it via chat, right? Name, place, and education, right? So, yeah. So let's start our today's demo. So today's agenda. Okay, today's agenda is okay. Agenda is what is DevOps, okay, what is AWS, right? What are the job openings? What are the job openings, right? So what are the job openings, right? So it's in right, everyone is learning for the job, right? So you should know what are the job openings for this course, and also what we are offering for you. So what you will get, not only recordings, right? Not only recordings of each class, what you will get, right? So soft copies, or what are the things I will provide in this batch, right? In this batch. So yeah, and also you will see what is our way of teaching, right? How many days of course or everything I will try to, right? So yeah, discuss with you guys, and most probably your doubts will be cleared. If you have any doubts, we can discuss at the end, right? So meanwhile, if you want, you can text me. So let's start our today's demo. So before that, let me introduce myself as well, right? So this is Raju. So right, I am working from past 8 years in the IT industry, right? For training, and also I'm working as a IT professional for past 10 years into the different IT companies. Okay, so I'm currently working for Value Labs. Okay, so I'm professional, right? And also I'm AWS certified trainer, uh, and solution architect. So I provided many corporate and institute level trainings, right? So yeah, so I'm expertise in Jenkins, right? So Docker, right, and Ansible, Kate, and AWS. I also provide Azure training as well. Okay, Azure, so etc. So yeah, so past 8 years I'm giving trainings into the market. Okay, so yeah, so coming to this course, guys. So coming to this course, so this course can be learned by anyone. This course can be learned by anyone. So why I'm asking your educational qualification? Name, yeah, I just asked you, and place, right, and educational qualification. So yeah, so why I'm asking educational qualification? This course can be done by anyone, can be done by anyone. So if you have a, I can see some Mamata is having BTech background, right? So so someone will have the MBA background, right? So Amir, you're from BTech background. So yeah, I can see Rashid, you're from Kerala. You did a diploma in computer science. Good. I also did diploma in computer science. So yeah, please mute. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Feel free to. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, everyone can do this. If you have a diploma, if you have a BTech, if you have a MTech, or if you are from MBA background or MS, right, MCA background, MSc, BSc, or anything, any degree is fine. And if you have diploma also, it's fine. 10 plus 3. Okay, 10 plus 3. So I also did diploma plus BTech plus MTech. Okay, so in computer science. So yeah, anyone can do this course. So why? Because guys, so why I'm saying any coding, right? Anyone can do this, right? So I will give you from scratch level, from scratch level, and I differentiated this course into four modules. I will, right, I will give you the practical knowledge. First of all, I will take you the theoretical, and then I will take the practical, right? And I divided this course into from uh, beginner to advanced, right? So I will give you this course in four modules. First module is Linux, and I will give you the shell scripting knowledge, and then I'll give you DevOps. In DevOps, I will teach you guys 10 major DevOps tools. All right. And also I will provide you the AWS 15 15 major services. 15 major services. So, right, and one more thing, no coding there, no coding required for this course. Anyone can do this, anyone can do this, right? Anyone can do this. Yeah, Ganesh, you have some BBA background, right? So yeah, so no coding. So if you are currently working in IT, if you are currently working in non-IT, you can easily switch. You can easily switch. So if you need some experience, documents or anything, just reach out management. So I would say you no need to go for anything like proxy or anything. You can simply try some 5 to 6 interviews, and then you will, right, with our training, right, with our training, you can easily crack the interview, because you will get the class recording. So you will get the material of, right, soft copies. So we will give you a WhatsApp group, guys. So right after 5 days of the sessions, we'll create a WhatsApp group. So in the WhatsApp group, you can get a recordings of each class, soft copies, interview questions, right, as well as answers as well, right? So you will get interview questions and answers, right? And I will give you guys five real-time project, five real-time projects. Okay, five real-time projects, and how to explain in the project also. I will, I will explain it to you. Okay, so yeah, so this is something about the offerings. Okay, this is something about the offerings. So you will get it, right? You will get in the course, right? So yeah, anyway, so let's start today's session. Let's start today's session. So what is DevOps? What is DevOps? So let me open the paint. So right, as I said, these are the things we'll get, guys. You will get. Fine. Right. So resumes, we have bunch of resumes. Okay, we'll give it to you. Okay, these are bunch of resumes. So, and we have the interview questions. Okay, we'll get these all interview questions, and you will get the assignments. Okay, you will get the assignments, and yeah. So Linux material. This is Linux material, and you have DevOps material, and you have, right, AWS material, right? So I made a sample project as well also, right? This is one of the sample project. I made it. You can, right, this is one of the sample project, right, integrating Terraform, Docker, and how to explain project as well. I did. I will provide access later. So yeah, so that is about the right offerings what we will provide. Okay, yeah. So coming to this course, guys, this course will take at least 2 months, okay, or 50 hours, okay, 50 hours. So this batch from 8 a.m. IST to 9 or 9:15, okay, a.m. IST, 1 hour, okay. So I'm available over WhatsApp. You can ping me always if you have any questions. So the batch, right, the training from Monday to Friday. Sometimes I will take you on Saturday as well, right? So, but I will give you information before that. So, if any Saturday session is there, I will let you know, guys, on the Friday session itself. Okay. So when the session will get started, right? So, okay, Ravi, I got your information. Others also got your information. So thanks for bringing the details. So let's start our today's demo. So let's start with DevOps. Can anyone say, guys, what is DevOps? What is DevOps? Mhm. Anyone?
Development, development and operations.
Okay, okay, fine. So yeah, DevOps, right? So yes, you are learning this course. You should know what is DevOps, what is AWS, right? So before learning this course, right? So yeah, I know. So most of the people, right? Good, you researched something. So you're going to learn this course. That's why you are just researching something, right? So yeah, this is a good method. Okay, if you are applying for any company as well. Okay, if you are applying for any company, or if you right got interview call from any company. So first of all, you should know about something about that company, right? So similarly, if you're learning any course, just good to have some understanding what is. That's it, right? So let's see. So DevOps, what is DevOps, right? So I would say development. Someone say that, right? So development with operations. Development with operations. So that means you no need to develop anything, guys. You no need to operate anything. Okay. So let's have a sample. Let's have a sample project scenario. Okay. So consider there is a company. Consider there is a company called HSBC. There is a bank called HSBC. So this HSBC, right? Yes, BC requires a website. Consider this is a website. So whenever HSBC, right? HSBC having this www.hsbc.co.in. So they require this website. So what they will do? Does they develop HSBC? What they will do? So HSBC will approach some IT company. So this is HSBC. So HSBC will reach out some IT company. Okay, for this website. So consider a IT company called some, I would say, a service based company or a product, anything. I would say Infosys. So Infosys, HSBC approach Infosys. Okay. So for this, right, for this website. So basically what they will do, they will collect the requirements from HSBC, what you are looking for. So what is the right? How many users are there in your HSBC? So to access the application, so they will get some details. So they'll start developing the code. There are developers in Infosys, right? This is one developer. Consider this is another developer. So this is developer laptop. This is developer laptop, right? So he is working on one file. Okay, consider he's working on personal loans. He's working on some mobile application, right? Mobile banking. Okay. So actually, work will be segregated, right? This is personal. Someone work on this module. Someone will work on retail business module, right? So each developer, consider this is a person called Dev one. I would say this is a person called Dev two. Dev one, Dev two. There are two, right? Two developers. So this is his laptop. This is his laptop. In the organizations, right? The code will be centrally managed, right? Once they develop the code, this is a central server, right? The code server. So each person will upload the project code. This is a project folder, right? It's a call it as a code server where project code will be saved. Then only everyone can right see others development, right? Others development, what other people is developed, and how all the code will be centrally managed, right? So everyone easily manage this, right? So here is the code in the organizations, right? The application, if you want to access called HSBC application, there will be application server, right? So where application is running. So here is lot of right files, hundreds and thousands of files. How these files are converted into application file? The application file be one file. Okay, so how it is converted, right? HSBC people are accessing the application, right? So www.hsbc.co.in, right? So how they are accessing? They are accessing the application server, right? Someone installed the application. Someone took this data, converted these thousands of hundreds and thousands of files into one application file. Who is converting this? So DevOps engineer is comes in the middle of the picture, right? So he will collect the project code, okay, and he will use different tools. So for building the application, he will use one tool, and he will install the application using another tool to the application server. Okay, so here right, for example, while converting, right, while converting the application, right, to application file, if you got any error, you should ask, as a DevOps engineer, you should ask the you should ask the developer to fix it, because the code level issues are there. You will ask developer. That's why development with operations, we'll call it as, you should work with the development team and you should work with operations team. You don't need to develop anything, guys. And what is this operations? This is a application server having 4 GB RAM. If it is required to increase 8 GB, who will increase it? Operation team. There is a operation team, right? So who will guide the operation team? As a DevOps engineer, we will guide them. So they will physically, right, increase it, right? You will work with development team and operations team. So why? Because if this server is down, what will happen? If the server is crashed or this server is not working, what will happen? Application is not accessible. So as a DevOps engineer, you will use some monitoring tools to monitor this. Okay, this is some monitoring. Otherwise, right? How many users are connected today, right? So you'll use monitoring. So you will install it or you will deploy it to the application part, right? So as a DevOps engineer, right? DevOps is nothing but development with operations, right? As I said. So development with development with operations, right? And right, so as a DevOps engineer, you should, right, collaborate with dev team and operations team, right? So and operations team. So DevOps is nothing but combination of tools. In your course, you will learn 10 major DevOps tools. What are those? So what are the 10 major DevOps tools? So I will discuss you guys uh, from the uh, building blocks, like you will get the right basics, you will get the theoretical, you will get the real-time scenarios and advanced concepts from scratch onwards. So I will start with Git, we'll start with Maven, Sonar, Nexus, Tomcat, and I will go to advanced tools like which are very very important: Docker, Kubernetes, okay, Ansible, okay. So I will discuss about, right, Terraform, which is very very important, and Jenkins, okay. So you have to more concentrate on these five tools, and these five tools you should know about it, but these are very very important, okay. So, right. So as I said, DevOps, right, is nothing but it's a, right, development with operations, right. So it's a process. I would say a process. You should know the process as a DevOps engineer. How developers are uploading the code, right? So how developers are, right, uploading the code into a code server. As a DevOps engineer, how you are taking the project code. It's a process, right? As I said, right? How they are uploading the code, right, into the code server. As a DevOps engineer, how you are taking the project code, how you are building the application, how you are deploying to the application server, right? So if you have any errors in building the application, you should revert back the changes to the developer. You should ask them to fix the issue. And if you have any, right, requirement of right application changing 4 GB to 8 GB, right, or change your disk, you will ask the operation guys to fix it, right? To right. So that's why I said you have to collaborate with dev team and operations teams, right? So that is about some understanding what is DevOps, what is AWS. So these are the tools, guys. So I want you guys to just take a screenshot, right? So, and one more thing I want to say, so you have to maintain a rough notes. You have to maintain a rough notes. So, right, you have to note down the diagrams, right? You have to note down some important questions, interview questions, right? So then what will be the advantage for you? So for you, it will be, right? For you, it will be easy to refer, right? Easy to refer. So, right. So just note down or just take a screenshot of it. Okay. So I will before going to discuss what is how or what are the job openings in the market. Okay, what are the job openings in the market? Better, right? As I said, so the practice will be like, right? If I'm teaching 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes, you have to practice at least per day, right? Minimum 3 hours, minimum 3 hours, right? So you can right, you can practice it with our material, with our soft copies, right? Just showed you, right? So just note down, right? So also, if yeah, you can note down what is DevOps, right? Right. So whatever the training I am providing, right, for DevOps or AWS, you can easily apply for 4+ years of jobs. Okay, 0 to 4 years jobs. That means you're grabbing the knowledge, right? 0 to 4 years jobs you can easily crack with your own. Okay, you don't need to go for anywhere. Okay, so yeah. Okay, I hope you have take a screenshot of your. I hope you have written it. So let's continue. So let's continue. So yeah. So let me open Naukri. I will show you the job openings, guys. Okay. So before starting, what is AWS? Okay. So what are the job openings in the market? Right. Let's see what are the job openings. What are the job openings? So let me open right Naukri. So Naukri is a trusted right provider. So from long years, right? So from so many years, right? So you can use Naukri. Okay, So yeah, so here in searching the job section, just search for DevOps AWS, right? These are the key terminology you have to check. So right, just put comma here. There are how many jobs around? 31,237, right? So right now, current, okay, today. So in that, work from office jobs are there, remote jobs are there, hybrid jobs are there, temporary work from jobs are there. So if you want to look for only remote jobs, right? If you want to look for only remote jobs, right? So Rackspace is the company, Planet Spark is one of the company, Quarters Brain. So IGT Solutions, right? In Intone, right? In Networks, right? So Purview, Orange Quarter, right? So here you can switch search for the jobs of, as I said, 0 to 4, right? Or 5, no problem. So yeah, so there are so many jobs, 19,180, right? So how to set up your Naukri account, how to set up your Naukri, and how to prepare your resume. Okay, I will take a separate session, guys. Okay, so and how to explain, for example, tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. So I will give you the session, right? Tell me about yourself, separate session. Okay, I will prepare you guys. Okay, so in the right right after completion of each tool, so in the session itself I will ask you questions. We will have a Q&A sessions. Okay, knowledge review. Okay, so I want you to prepare, guys. Okay, so I want you guys to prepare more. So don't waste your time, right? So yeah, whatever these 2 months you have to dedicate to this DevOps and AWS. Everything in your mind, DevOps and AWS. Don't deviate your minds. Don't deviate your minds. We have the 5 real-time projects, and each tool, right? Each concept will have a scenarios. Everything will have a practical. Okay, everything will have a practical. So, how to set up a Naukri account, how to apply for a job, everything I will take you, right? So, yeah, right. So, there's a lot of jobs. Only thing you have to practice more, right? So, from compare to compare to the December, because of some freezing, right? Job freezing, and also Thanksgiving Day, Christmas. So those things, there are no less calls. There are less calls, right? So right, I don't say no calls, because DevOps will be a a boom in coming 15 years. So you don't need to worry about coming 15 years, and after that as well, so you have to, once you join in a company, don't sit idle. You will work, you will learn also something like outside, right? So it's just keep on learning process. Okay, so right, anywhere, not in private softwares, right? So anywhere you have to, so keep up to the skill, right? So after 15 years also, definitely, so new tools will be introduced, but you will learn in the organizations itself. Okay, so yeah, right. So coming back, so what is AWS? What is AWS? So let's have so everything in our class. Like I will open a paint, I will draw a diagram, and then I will go, right. I will go for a practical, and then theory, right. So once theory is complete, so AWS. So what I will do before that, I will go to the AWS account. I will go to AWS account. I will show you. So this is AWS account. I will sign in. Okay, I will sign in, and I will connect to my account. Okay, so let me connect to it. So I will provide an email, and I will provide a password. I will provide a password. Okay, so you can see here some places like North Virginia, North California, Mumbai, Singapore, Sydney, Tokyo. Okay, I would say, right? I would say these are, I would say these are some places where AWS having data centers. So you have one question: what is data center? So data center is nothing but a place where lot of servers kept like this. These are servers. Okay, these are all servers maintained by the AWS, for example. So AWS having these kind of data centers, these kind of systems in their different places called these places. North Virginia, CO. In India also there is Mumbai, okay, Mumbai and Hyderabad, okay. You can see Hyderabad here, right? So right. So these are all the data centers of AWS, and these are the services of AWS. You will get it, right? Database service. So coming to AWS, let's discuss that. Okay. Yeah. So can anyone say what is AWS? What is AWS? Can anyone? No problem. Whatever you know. So just feel free to talk. No problem.
Absolutely.
Your name?
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you. So yeah. Yeah, good. So I want everyone to be right active in the sessions. Okay. So I don't know, whenever I call to some person, right, to ask a question. Okay. So yeah. So I would say, right. So AWS. So I will say at least the first of all, I will let me tell you the abbreviation, right? So Amazon, Amazon Web Services. What I said, Amazon Web Services. Okay. So consider one example. Okay, consider one example. So for example, Rashid, okay, or anyone. Okay, let me take any person, for example, some Ravi. So Ravi is a person, Ravi Shankar, for example, Rashid. So okay, some R person is there. This R person is a company owner. He has a company. Okay, he's a founder or he's a main, right? So he has a company. Okay, some R person is there. So this is that R person. He has a company. He has a company. So what he has done, right? He has a company. There is a customer called Jepto. Okay, so this is a some 5 minutes delivery, right? App. Okay, Jepto. So this Jepto is there. It's a company, right? So they require a application. They require a application. So the some options are there like ordering the items, some right, some groceries, some dairy products, right? So they have some 100 users. So these 100 users are connecting every day, right? And ordering the items from groceries and the dairy products. Okay. So for that, what they need? They need an application to be running in a cell. So they approached you guys. They approached you because you have a company. So what you have done for this application? For this application, so for keeping this application, you need some servers. What you did? You purchased some servers. One, two. Why two? If one is down, still another one will provide the downtime, right? So and you kept a room from, for example, some 1 BHK, 2 BHK. Okay, you kept a room. You kept those two servers in that room, right? And you provided a internet access for these servers. Okay, this is some internet connectivity, right? And you provided access to the Jepto, and then they are connecting to the application. Okay, so in this process, right, you have taken a room for a rent. That means you are paying a room rent, and you are paying a current bill, right? You have the employees like developers or testers. You are paying the salaries, right? So I would say, right, salaries, infrastructure maintenance, like right? Infrastructure maintenance. So, and you are right, you are paying internet bill, current bill, right? Net, right? Internet bill, everything. Anyway, you're getting some money from this Jepto, right? From this Jepto you're getting some money, and you are right, you're doing some business, right? So you're getting the money, no problem. But what happened, this Jepto company left from the project after 1 month. After 1 month, for example, any reason, your developer or DevOps engineer did, right, some by mistake, like, did some change, it reflects some loss to the client, or they don't like your way of delivering the application, or they are in losses, they want to quit from the project. So anything can be happen, they left from the project, they left from the project. So what you have to do, what you have to do, so you, right, what you have to do in this kind of scenario, right, scenario, you are, still you need to pay the room rent, still you need to pay current bill, maybe you will remove some employees, maybe still you have to pay some salaries, right? So infrastructure bill, internet bill, anything, right, everything you have to pay, right? So to avoid, so then you will go into losses, right? So to avoid this kind of situation, to avoid these kind of situations, this AWS having their own data centers, they have their servers. Consider, right? Consider this is AWS data center. As I said, so as I said, so this is AWS data center. Let me show you. Yeah. So having servers like this, right? Having servers like this. Okay. So here some servers. This is one large server. This is one large server. Okay. So you have uh, connected to this AWS account using AWS, using AWS account. Okay. This data center you're connecting using AWS account. I would say this is AWS DC, AWS data center. So in this you created one application, this is one application, right, Jepto application, and you install the application and you provide the access to them. Okay, so here room rent, current bill, everything maintained by them, you have to pay only salaries to the employees, internet bill, everything their side they will manage it. So here for example this Jepto is left from the project, no need to worry guys, you can simply stop or simply remove these servers, right? So if you want to increase the right size of the RAM, for example 4 GB to 8 GB, you have that option. This is our AWS account, you can see. So if you want to create a server, there is a service called EC2. Okay, so using the EC2 you can create a server, you can see, you can create, for example, the client is asking Windows server, Windows operating system, you have that, you don't need to purchase it outside, you have the Red Hat, you don't need to purchase it outside. If they are asking 1 GB RAM, you can select 1 GB. If they are asking 4 GB, if they are asking, right, so if they are asking 384 GB also, you can provide it. If you have some custom sites, you can ask AWS, they will prepare it for you, right? And you have, for example, their requirement is C drive 50 GB, or C drive 1 TB, right? Right, 2 TB. So you right, you can simply do that. You have that requirement, right? You have that option. You can run this, and also for people who are learning AWS and right AWS, so this AWS is giving, for their market point of view, they are giving 1 year free account. Okay, don't think completely free, some star, that means some, right, few services, right, with some range will be free. That is enough for your practice. Okay, that is enough for your practice, right? So right, so I will show you later how to create AWS account. So right, so here everything is managed by AWS, right? If this server is down still, right, if the client is not there, you can simply delete the servers, you can simply delete the servers, right? So you can see this is the AWS account, right? So here there are a lot of services. If you are coming from a business background, we can see business related services. If you're coming from a database background, these are database services. If you are coming from a machine learning background, these are machine learning services. If you are coming from a robotic background, so these are robotic background related services, right? Yeah, right. So yeah, right. So you have storage related services. So in our course, guys, so if you want to crack AWS DevOps right job, so for AWS point of view, I'm going to teach you guys 15 major services. 15 major services. So what are the 15 major services? So I will teach you guys like EC2, IAM, okay, S3, okay, so ELB, load balancing, AS, auto scaling, okay, and I will teach you cloud formation, I would say CF, so CloudWatch, CW, so I will teach you SNS for notification service, okay, so Route 53 is one of the service. So and also CLI command line interface. Okay, and very important service called VPC networking service. Okay, so and also the volumes, snapshots, right? AMIs. Okay, so right and many more. Okay, so I will add few more services which will be part of interview RDS for database. Okay, how to create a database. So right, so these are the 15 major services I will cover in the course. So IAM is nothing but identity access management, how to create a user. S3 is nothing but simple storage service, how to upload the storage. ELB is for load balancing, how to balance the load between multiple users. Okay. CF, cloud formation, how to create the infrastructure. CW, CloudWatch, how to write, how to uh, right CloudWatch. So how to monitor your server, right, and how to create the infrastructure cloud formation. Auto scaling, how to increase the servers. Consider some Christmas offer. That Christmas offer, more users accessing the Flipkart or any shopping application. So whenever users are increased, the server also needs to be increased, right? So right, server also needs to be increased, right, automatically increased. If users are done, automatically servers need to be deleted, so using some auto scaling, right? So if users are increased, they will pay extra, right? So elastic load balancing, ELB, okay, and S3 is nothing but a storage service, simple storage service. IA, identity access management, okay. EC2, elastic compute cloud, okay. So here S3, right, SNS is nothing but simple application service, okay. So yeah, each one will have its own, right, own differentiation, okay, right. So RDS is nothing but a database, relational database service, okay, system, okay. AMI, Amazon machine image, right? So virtual private private cloud. So command line interface. Okay, command line interface. So right. So if you want to take a screenshot, I want, right. AWS is a cloud service provider which will provide, right. So cloud service provider will provide you the storage, network, right, servers for the rent, right, for the rent. So they are following one process also, guys. Pay as you go pricing. That means how much you used, how much you used, that much you know to, that much only you need to pay, that much you need to pay. So that means if you used for 1 hour, pay, you can pay only 1 hour bill. If you used for 2 days, you can pay only 2 days bill, right? So, right, so this is the AWS account, guys, right? If you want to create a server, there is a EC2 service. You can search for it also, or you can go for a services tab also. You can go for a particular required service. If you want to create a server, you can launch it. I want one server. If you want 5 servers, I can select 5, right? I can provide a server name, for example, some Raghu server, right? So I want a Amazon Linux server, okay? Or I want Windows, I can select Windows, okay? So I want 1 GB RAM, okay? And I want to create a password file called server, okay? Right? This is network. I will use network. This is C drive 30 GB, and I will create only one server, which is fine. Launch. If I click on launch, if I click on launch, you will get created your server, your Raghu server. Current it is pending, right? So once it is comes to running state, you can access it, right? So right, this is pending, right? Let's wait for it will come to running state. So once it is running, you can access it. For example, if you are not using, you can stop it, right? You can select the server, you have stop option. If you are not utilizing, you can simply terminate, right? You can terminate a server also. It is very easy to manage, okay? It is very easy to manage, right? So you have, right, so running means you can connect to it. How to connect? Select a server, click on connect, second option. So we'll see every option, okay? So this is a file you have to connect. So just connect. So we are connecting to a Windows server of AWS, right? We are connecting to a Windows server of AWS. So username is administrator, right? Password, I can get a password. So it will take at least 4 minutes to be active. So yeah, meanwhile, I will create a Linux server as well. How to create Linux? Same. So this is Windows server of, right? This is Windows. If I want to create a Linux, I can click on launch instance again. I can create a server called a, for example, right, some Ravi, right, any name, right, Mamata server, say Linux. So you can take Linux, different types are there, Ubuntu, Red Hat, right? You can take it 1 GB. So guys, I said it's a 12 months free account, 12 months free account. So you are eligible for 1 GB RAM servers. Okay, if you go above that, you will pay. You have to pay hourly $0.02 for 2 GB, hourly $0.04, right, for 4 GB, right? So you have to pay. You're free. You're free for only 1 GB RAM server, and 1 GB RAM servers also free for 750 hours per month. Okay, so I will discuss what are the free, what are right, what are the pricing in coming days. Okay, which will be very interesting. Okay, AWS. So DevOps also. So you have to learn the commands. Okay, yeah. So anyway, let me use the password, existing password file. Okay, 1 GB RAM. I'm taking Amazon Linux. Okay, Amazon Linux, and I'm taking 1 GB RAM. I'm using old password and 8 GB hard disk. Launch. Very easy, guys. The server also will be created and it will be accessible within 5 minutes. Right? This is Raghu Windows server. I can get a password. I can upload a password file. Everything we will discuss, guys, in coming days with clear picture. Okay, I'm just demo point of I'm showing. Don't right. So this is right. So connecting to Windows. I will show you coming days. Right. The EC2 itself will have 2 days of sessions. Okay, right. EC2 only having at least 2 days. Okay, so we will start tomorrow. What? We'll start AWS from tomorrow. There are no more demo sessions, guys. So tomorrow onwards we'll continue. We'll start from consider this today day zero. So tomorrow onwards day one. So AWS. We'll see tomorrow account creation for doing all these practicals. You need account, right? Account creation. We'll see, right, how to create a EC2 tool start, right, how the billing is happening. This is the Windows server in AWS. Okay, this is your Linux server in AWS, right? You can see this is a Linux server, right? And how to connect to a Windows, how to connect to a Linux also we'll discuss tomorrow. This is a Windows, right? It is getting connected. Anyway, let me remove this. So I will terminate it. Okay, that's it. So let's right. That's about today's demo, right? So we'll start AWS from tomorrow. If you didn't take in a screenshot, just go with that. Just take a screenshot. So of AWS. Yeah, can anyone say what are the different service providers? Is only AWS? Any other service providers are there? Cloud service provider, right? So GCP is there. Google Cloud's platform, right? This is also one of the cloud platform. Google Cloud platform, and we have Azure as well. It's from Microsoft, right? And we have our AWS, right? There are more openings for AWS. Okay, everyone is preferring AWS, and after that Azure, and finally the third one I would say the GCP. Okay, this is a order. Anyway, so any doubts? Let's have some doubt session. Let's go with one by one. So
Hi, this is Mamta. So
and
regarding the class, I have no doubts, but I have one more doubt. So for AWS storage, it's a different one, right?
yeah, it's a different one. AWS storage. We'll see S3 and we'll see EBS. Those two types of storages. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. We have some 100 buckets you can create for free. You can upload your data.
okay,
You can host a website also. So
okay,
I will I will discuss. Okay. I will have take a session on that. Okay.
okay. We are creating only one server, right? So for five servers, we need to give five different IP addresses, or by default, we'll have different IP, default IP addresses.
Sorry, I didn't get you. Sorry.
No, if we create five servers at a time, by
Uh-huh.
default IP addresses are by default we'll get IP addresses, or do we need to create IP addresses for them again?
No, no, no. So we have a VPC, okay, VPC concept. In the VPC concept, yeah, the VPC is a networking component in AWS. You will get it net to IPs from that. We'll see VPC
Okay,
in easy, clear manner. Okay.
okay. That's it from my end. Thank you.
So yeah, please go through the recording, okay? And if you have a time, just right, maintain your rough notes, guys. Okay, this is very very helpful for you who have that very good habit to maintain your rough notes. That will be save you a lot of time. Okay, while going right while discussing the session. So and also right if you don't have notes, just maintain a notepad also, right? If you are learning the course in joining the session in laptop, just maintain a notepad also, that will be good, right? Yeah. So that's about today. If you guys are no doubts, so let's quit for today, everyone. Right, Raghu,
Good morning, sir.
Rashid, everyone. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, in the EC2, are we working on the Ubuntu or in the Windows itself, sir? The whole
Yeah,
project.
we will discuss about the complete course, right? In the right in the Linux, I will
Yeah.
take Red Hat. I will take Amazon Linux.
Okay.
Okay, and Ubuntu as well. These three I will cover. Okay. So, for
Okay.
example, today discuss Jenkins. I will take Amazon Linux. Tomorrow, if I discuss Ansible, I will take Red Hat. So,
Okay.
I will give you all the three flavors, right? Mixing.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So one more thing, like if we having any issues while we are practicing, so how we are supposed to get back to
Yeah, you can ping me in WhatsApp. Okay.
WhatsApp itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have any questions or if you have any doubts, once the WhatsApp group is created, you can ping me, right, for the questions in the class itself. Okay, initial starting of the session or right ending of the session, right? You can ask question in the middle if you have any doubts. Just raise your hands, okay, and we'll discuss.
Okay.
So
So last
yeah,
question.
that's yeah. Tell me.
For Kubernetes, which service you are working, sir? Either in AWS or GCP, sir? Hello.
Sorry, in Kubernetes.
I mean, the Kubernetes setup, we are working in the AWS or in GCP,
Yeah,
sir?
I will discuss in AWS only. So we'll
AWS.
not move, right? We'll see in
I
AWS.
mean, you
Everything we'll
just
see in
mentioned, I mean,
AWS.
the service is 15, right? So I couldn't see the EKS, so that's why I just asked.
I mean, we will take a server in AWS. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay.
there we'll see right, Kubernetes.
Like
So
unmanaged.
yeah, like we'll say on premises how it is managed. Okay, we'll see both how in AWS it is managed, and we'll see this not a service. Okay, so very less companies are using EKS as a service, right? Kubernetes as a service. They are
Yes,
managing
yes,
it in servers only. Okay,
yes, yes.
so yeah, we'll discuss Kubernetes, Docker. Right?
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, CI/CD tool is included, Vilas, Ravi. So that is Jenkins. Okay. Yeah, use the same link to join tomorrow session. Thank you, guys.
Sir, can you please share me the syllabus details, sir?
I mean, you can just reach who got it, from whom you got a link of the class. Okay, just ping them.
Okay, okay, thank you.